Hey, welcome to another class of Tuesday Night Beer School with me, Chad of Chad's Beer Reviews, and
Christina.
yeah, you've been here for quite a while now. Although we missed you last week with
Yeah.
the Belgian Triple. She was sick, so we'll let
I was
it slide.
sick, but you had a pro in, so it was
Yeah.
all right.
And you said you don't really like the Belgian Triple style anyway, but I
Nope.
think you're really gonna like the Belgian Quad style because like we did the double a couple weeks ago. You seem to like that one,
Yeah.
and this is the Quad. Is basically it's kind of like how you have like an IPA and a double IPA. It's like you have the double and you have the Quad. It's similar like that. Although the BJCP doesn't call it the Quad. They call it the Belgian Dark Strong Ale. I don't know why. They had such a good thing going. Single, double, triple, and then they got to add all these superfluous words.
Yeah, no kidding.
So overall impression, a dark, complex, very strong Belgian ale with a delicious blend of malt richness, dark fruit flavors, and spicy notes. Complex, rich, smooth, and dangerous. That's kind of poorly worded. It should say like dangerously drinkable or something. Like dangerous makes you think like you're going to get like alcohol poisoning or something.
Dangerous is not like a flavor
Yeah.
descriptor.
Yeah. Comments also known as the Belgian Quad, mainly outside of Belgium. Quadrupel is the name of a specific beer. Has a wider range of interpretation than many other Belgian styles. Traditional versions tend to be drier than many modern commercial versions, which can be rather sweet and full-bodied. Many examples are simply known by their strength or color designation. Some might be labeled Grand Cru, but this is more of a statement of quality than style. You guys can pause and read if you want to see the history. Characteristic ingredients: spicy estery Belgian yeast. Impression of a complex grain bill, although many traditional versions are quite simple, with caramelized sugar syrup or unrefined sugars and yeast providing much of the complexity. Continental hops, so hops from Germany or Belgium. Spices not typical, if present, should be subtle. Although a lot of Christmas beers are this style plus spices, like the 𝓑𝓙𝓒𝓟𝓏 from Infinite Ale Works.
Mm-hmm.
That was a Belgian quad with like the whole spice rack seasoning in there.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah. So style comparison, like a larger Belgian double, but with a fuller body and increased malt richness, not as bitter or hoppy as a Belgian triple, but of similar strength. And our vitals, look at this, 8 to 12% ABV. Commercial examples, these are like all the Trappist beers. And actually, we have one that's on. I'm surprised both of these are on the list because these are both actual Trappist quads. So I have Chimay Grand Reserve, also known as Chimay Blue from the label, and you have
Trappe.
Trappe, and yeah, Quadrupel right there.
Yeah.
So, and that's actually the only Trappist monastery that's in the Netherlands. Most of them are in Belgium. There used to be one in America, but they closed, or at least they don't make beer anymore. So,
Bummer.
yeah. So we're gonna get these poured, and we'll be right back with the aroma. So we've got our beers poured. I'm not gonna say which one's which, but actually you can kind of tell a difference already.
Yep.
So, let's start the one in our right hand, which is Chimay Blue. So,
I don't know. I'm kind of getting that lollipop thing you were talking about.
really, like the oxidation.
Little bit. Otherwise, it's just actually pretty sweet.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's quite fruity.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a fruit cake. I get like banana on this one, but I also get like a lot of clove or maybe like allspice, some kind of like the drier kind of spice.
Yeah. There's some spice in there.
I mean, there's no actual spices in the beer. All that spicy character is just from the yeast. So,
Maybe a little bit of vanilla.
do you get like fruit cake? 'Cause that's kind of what I'm getting is it's almost a kind of bready kind of smelling.
Yeah. Fruitcake. I was thinking maybe like you said, a banana bread.
Yeah. Yeah, almost like a banana bread or like a fruitcake banana bread, like a banana bread with, I don't know what's in fruitcake, but
A candied nastiness.
yeah.
But it is sweet.
Yeah, and you can kind of tell off the aroma that it's strong, but it's not like super strong. Like it's not like clearing my sinuses or anything.
It's not burning now.
All right, so let's try the Trappe.
Ooh.
This one is much more oxidized, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is huge. Some people get it as cardboard.
Oh no.
This is, yeah, to me it's kind of like lollipop or sherry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it does have a sweet smell to it.
It does. I would say it's sweeter than the other one.
Yeah. And And this does have a fruitiness to it, but it's missing the spiciness of the Chimay.
Yeah, this is more just like sweet candy almost.
Yeah, it actually kind of smells like a German Bock or something. Yeah, it's very fruity. So it's kind of like missing the. I would not call it. That one's not banana bread, but it's definitely produce section, I guess you could call it.
Wow, they're so different.
I would say this does have a bready aroma to it, though.
It does.
It's like banana bread sans banana.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, especially when you go from one to the other. Although I will say I don't get, even though the 𝓑𝓏𝗏 is stronger alcohol, going off the nose, I don't get alcohol in here. And it actually smells less strong.
Yeah, neither of these smell strong to me.
Yeah. All right, let's check the specs on aroma. Oh, this is long.
Whoa.
A complex and fairly intense mix of rich maltiness and deep fruit accentuated by spicy phenols and alcohol. I would say that's more true of the Chimay. Mm-hmm. The malt character is moderately high and too high and has a deep, bready-toasty base with dark caramel notes, but no impression of darker roasted malt. I agree. It's not like a stout or it doesn't smell toasty or roasty.
No.
Bready-toasty base, yeah. Dark caramel notes, I agree, yeah. Esters are strong to moderately low. That's a huge range right there. And reminiscent of raisins, plums, dried cherries, figs, dates, or prunes. Spicy phenols like black pepper or vanilla, not clove, may be present as a low to moderate background character. This is, they say black pepper, not clove. And also vanilla is kind of the opposite because vanilla is like a sweet flavor, whereas like, peppercorn and clove are spicy,
Yeah, I'm definitely getting spice on the
Chimay, yeah.
Chimay.
I mean, yeah, maybe a little peppercorn, but it does to me. It just kind of suggests clove. A soft, spicy, perfumey or rose-like alcohol is low to moderate, but never hot or solvent-like. Yeah, I'm not really getting alcohol in either of these, which is nice.
They don't burn.
Hops are usually not noticeable, but if present, can add a light, spicy floral. Or nothing on the nose to me like stands out as those are the hops. And especially because these Belgian beers, they're really hard to tell how old they are. And by the time they get to here, like this one says L23. So I don't know if it was bottled in 2023 or if that's the expiration date. And that one says 0726. So I think that's 3 years out. So that would have been bottled.
Last summer.
Yeah, last summer. So it's fairly fresh.
Yeah.
Or unless that's 5 years out. I don't know. All right. So how are we going to score these? For the Chimay, I think it's more there, especially because of the spicy aspect on it. Although they made a point of saying that it shouldn't be clove, and I'm getting clove on there. I'm thinking 9 or 10. I'm gonna start with 10 for the Chimay.
Yeah, I'll do a 9.
9
on the Chimay.
Okay. Yeah, I could do 9 if I had to, but I'm gonna do 8 for the 𝓑𝓏𝗏.
Yeah. I'll do a 7 on 𝓑𝓏𝗏.
7?
Yeah.
All right, appearance. Now our heads have fizzled away. And the 𝓑𝓏𝗏 is clearly like a deep amber, kind of dark orange color, and the Chimay is more of like a burgundy brown. I don't know what color. It's hard to describe.
Yeah, the Chimay, I mean, you can't see through that at all. It's very...
Yeah, it's quite dark.
Yeah, it's very dark.
And both beers did have foam when we poured it, and the Chimay still has like a little bit of a coating.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah, actually,
different shades.
They're fairly. I mean, there's definitely a haze there, but I think it's just like from the age of the bottles,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not like a hazy IPA or something,
Right.
So let's check the specs on appearance. Deep amber to deep coppery brown in color, dark, and the style name implies more deeply colored than golden, not black. Huge, dense, moussey, persistent cream to light, tan-colored head. Usually, okay, so it does say usually, not. If it had to be clear, they just get rid of the word usually. It would just say clear.
Must be clear.
Yeah, or it would say like brilliant clarity or something.
I don't think either of these had a huge moussey head. Did they?
Well, that's when you pour an entire 12-ounce bottle into like a. It's kind of hard. Sometimes it's hard to judge appearance off of.
Oh.
Especially, it's the worst when you do it in plastic cups, but we have actual glasses here. But to me, they both fit those style guidelines. I mean, the style guidelines are written around this beer. It's like, why wouldn't... Obviously, I think both of these beers should theoretically be perfect 50-point beers. I will give 3 to both.
I'll also do 3 to both. They're both in there.
Okay. All right, which one do you want to start with?
The Chimay.
Chimay?
Yeah.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Haven't had this one in a while. It's I would say it's as equally spicy tasting as it is smelling.
Yeah, it's like a dark bread, which would be made out of molasses, I guess. I mean, there's some molasses flavor in here.
Well, that molasses character is probably from the candy syrup that they use. Because I've actually made this beer. Remember they said it's actually a simple recipe?
Yeah.
It's just... We have to go to a homebrew store or a brewery or something sometime. Because like, you'll see this syrup that they pour in there. It's just like... It kind of looks like molasses. It's just like dried dates, figs, raisin, all that stuff like that they ground into a paste, you know? It's like a sugar, mostly like to boost ABV, but it also adds like a, you know, dried fruit kind of flavor.
Okay. So yeah, that's definitely coming through then.
Yeah, I would say this is kind of, to me it's very figgy.
Yeah.
Like Fig Newtons.
Yeah. And it's very dry at the end.
Yeah. So again, this is isn't this pretty reminiscent of the double from 2 weeks ago? It's just much stronger.
Oh yeah, it didn't smell strong. I can definitely tell that there's alcohol in the taste.
I do get a little bit of like a caramel flavor in here though.
Do you?
It's actually nice. I would not call it, it's not like a candy.
Yeah, because this isn't sweet at all.
Yeah, I just finished this so dry, and I do get the alcohol at the end. It's a gentle warming. I would say it's pretty clean. Very clean. All right, so now we're going to try the Trappe Quadrupel. Cheers again.
Spice.
Yeah. Cause it's funny because we both said we didn't really smell spice, but yeah, I definitely taste it on this one.
Yeah. It's, I guess peppery.
Yeah, it's pretty peppery. It's kind of a dry... This one has a dry finish, kind of similar to the other one.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem as bready to me, though.
No, I'm not getting much bread on there. I'm not even going to get much fruit on here either.
I was going to say, this one's much more fruity to me. This one's almost like a fruit concentrate. Nice. I will say it does have a little bit of that lollipop character, though.
Yeah.
So, like the oxidation, I mean... I don't know if they mention it in the specs. We'll find out in a minute. But, you know, these types of beers, because they're so strong, they can be and often are aged whether you want them to or not, especially if you get it from the beer museum down the road. Yeah, so this one does have a little bit of a banana now that I'm noticing. Yeah, it's kind of like a banana bread. A bit of a banana bread flavor.
Yeah, I kind of get it like really at the end, even after I swallow. It's more banana. But yeah, mainly just for me, it's just very spicy.
Yeah, I think the Chimay is more spicy. I'd say this one's a little sweeter, or at least more malty tasting. And the Trappe is also much more oxidized. So it's kind of giving like that kind of candy kind of flavor to it. Although this one actually has a stronger alcohol on it, and I get like no warmth on the Trappe.
You're not getting any warmth on it?
Hardly. Yeah, this is actually my first time having this beer. So it's interesting. The first time I'm having it, I'm actually judging it to spec.
I think they're really different, though. Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting. That seems to be a theme, you know, running theme on this show. All right, let's check the specs for flavor. Rich in complex maltiness, but not heavy in the finish. I agree. The flavor character is similar to the aroma. They always say that. Moderately malty rich on the palate, which can have a sweet impression if bitterness is low. Okay. See, it says a sweet impression, which it's not the same as like straight up sweet, like like some pastry stouts or something, you know.
Right.
Usually moderately dry to dry finish, although maybe up to moderately sweet. That's interesting. So like the double, like those all finish like bone dry.
Mm-hmm.
These beers, you get like a little bit more sweetness on it because it has more malt on it. But this also has a stronger alcohol, so like the alcohol is going to come in and kind of dry it out.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the Trappe is a little bit more sweet than the Chimay. Medium low to moderate bitterness. Alcohol provides some of the balance to the malt. Yeah, I agree. Generally malty rich balance, but can be fairly even with bitterness. The complex and varied flavors should blend smoothly and harmoniously and often benefit from age. The finish should not be heavy or syrupy. Yeah, I agree. Neither of these are syrupy.
Definitely not.
Yeah, and I don't know if it benefits from age. I mean, maybe with the Trappe, that kind of lollipop character, but
yeah, I don't think in that case it did.
Yeah, I am getting like almost like it's almost like a banana liqueur kind of flavor or something, you know?
That's delicious.
Is there a banana schnapps? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. There sure is, and it's good.
All right, so I have to say that the La Trappe, it tastes a lot better than it smells. And I think it's pretty holding up to the style guidelines. All right, so for the Chimay Blue, I go 17. What do you think?
I was going to say a 17.
17?
Almost there, but not quite, yeah.
And I think I might even give the La Trappe a bonus point on this one. Because, I think, like, the La Trappe has aged better.
I don't know. It has that oxidation, though, so...
Yeah.
I think I'll do a 16 on that one.
16?
Yeah.
Harsh. All right, so let's talk about mouthfeel. We'll start with the Chimay. The thing about this style, the Belgian Quad or the Belgian Dark Strong Ale, is it messes with your head because it actually is like a fairly viscous fluid. Like it has like some thickness to it, but it's also highly carbonated because usually it's the opposite. Like the thicker the body, the lower the alcohol. Think of like, Bourbon County Stout or like a lot of those bourbon barrel, 10, 12, 15% stouts. They're like motor oil, but this one has the thickness, but also like the effervescence of like a champagne.
Yeah. Would you call it full?
Yeah. And I think it's more evident in the La Trappe because the La Trappe is slightly less carbonated. So I would say the Chimay Blue is full-bodied, highly carbonated, and the La Trappe is also full-bodied, but probably like moderate, maybe moderately high carbonated.
Yeah,
The La Trappe's much smoother.
It is, yeah. Definitely less carbonated, easier to drink.
And interesting because it is slightly stronger in alcohol too.
Yeah.
And actually, the more than we drink it, the La Trappe is getting sweeter. It's funny, the La Trappe's getting sweeter and the Chimay's getting drier, or maybe spicier.
Spicy.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's check the specs on mouthfeel. High carbonation, but not sharp. Okay. Smooth, but noticeable alcohol warmth. True. Body can range from medium light to medium full and creamy. That's interesting that they say medium light because I've had many of these beers. And medium light. That's odd because these tend to be like 9 to like 12% ABV. I don't know where you're gonna get medium light body.
Right.
I don't know if I would call it creamy.
No.
When I think creamy, I think like pastry stout, something hazy IPA, with lactose in it.
Mm-hmm.
It says most are medium bodied. So I mean, yeah, I probably would say medium full on both. And actually, maybe even the La Trappe is like straight up full.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it just seems like the body's thicker because the carbonation is lower.
That could be. I mean, they could fall into our medium, I think, and be fine.
And as we said on the show a million times, we're reviewing the vessel in front of us. Actually, this would be the vessel. This would be the container. So neither is perfect. I think they might have a little heat damage or age or both. I would say 4 out of 5 for both. What do you think?
I'll do 4 out of 5 as well. That
4 out of 5?
That seems fair. Yeah.
Okay. Overall, for me, I mean, the Chimay Blue, I have had this beer many times. I think it is a world-class beer, just depending on if you can get a nice, good bottle. This particular bottle is, like I said, it's good. It's not great. So this particular bottle, I'm going to give an 8 out of 10. And what do you think?
My average is going to be an 8.
8?
Yeah.
All right, so we're right there. We're only off by a point. The Trappe Quad, this is my first time having this beer. It's a little disappointing that this particular bottle is a little old, but I think it's still drinking pretty nicely. It's impressing me for what it is. Although, that being said, I couldn't really go higher than an 8. Whoops.
Yeah, Trappe. Sorry, I'm going to give that one a 7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're split a little, because to me it's kind of like A-, and it's like B+ to you. All right, student, what did you learn about the Belgian Dark Strong style tonight?
They are dry, raisiny.
They're not always dry, but...
Yeah, dry, raisiny, dried fruits.
How would you compare this to the double from a couple weeks ago?
I actually like these a lot better.
Yeah, I thought you would.
Yeah, these are good. I think because of the body, they drink a little bit heavier, so it's just more of an enjoyable beer. I would love to have these actually on draft versus in a bottle, especially the Chimay. Yeah. We need to go to Buster's for dinner.
Yeah.
The Chimay for sure. I want to try that one on draft because I think it's good. I don't know if
Buster's would have that one, but
maybe they have Trappe.
Something. I'm sure they'll have maybe an American version. So, anyway, we are going super long. If you watched all the way to the end, you know you're awesome. Thanks to Chris for coming over. And
of course.
I don't know what we're going to do next week, but I'm
New
sure it'll be
style.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching. Oh, and check out Chad's Beers podcast. By the time this airs, the first episode will have already dropped. All right.
There you go.
Thanks for watching, and cheers.
Cheers.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.